You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Hello guys and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series, race number 35 here today at the Martinsville Speedway. I'm Brian here, and I believe this is the Xfinity 500 here at Martinsville today. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting from the pole today will be Keith Stevens in the number 6. And to his outside will be the number 7 of Jessica Kinghart. As we get going, of course, I mentioned this is race number 35. That means this is the final chance for these Jello Cup Series drivers to make the championship 4. And with that, we take a look at the playoff grid. Of course, you see the playoff points. That is the tiebreaker if wins do not settle the tiebreakers. That's why I put them up to be safe. Of course, nobody has won in this round, and Ryan Durrani is currently the points leader entering here today. Fitzwater, Reggie Fogelman, Mitchell Collins, all above the cut line entering today. But Dylan Young starts in 4th, where Mitchell Collins, as you can see, he's not in the picture until you go about 7-8 rows, is my guess, back. And then, of course, he's in the picture. So as of right now, once the green flag drops, that will change. Dylan Young will be above the cut line. And, of course, Reggie Fogelman, he's only 3 points above the cut line. That's another thing to keep in mind, as Trevor Collins also starts up front today. Good day for the Penske's, but boy, do those Haas cars got a lot of work to do here. They've got a lot of work to do here under the lights at Martinsville, and they got 100 laps to do it. So we'll see what happens as we get going for the second to last race of season number 8. Let's roll the intro, and when we come back, the green flag in just a moment.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Pace car is off. Keith Stevens, the Daytona 500 winner, Jessica Kinghart as well up front. They'll lead us to the restart zone. The green flag flies. We're racing at Martinsville. Keith Stevens, he leads the opening lap. Trevor Collins putting pressure on for second right now. Of course, keep in mind, Trevor Collins, he enters today 8th in the points. So that is why he needs to press today. He needs to be on the offensive. Boy, he's really going to work on that 7, trying desperately to get the position away. Again, he's 15 points below the cut line. Dylan Young, you see he lost a few spots. He's back to about 6th, and he's going to be under pressure from the 41 of Jessica Strauss there. Yesterday's winner, Zach Fitzwater, of course, he dominated the Lift National race. He runs in 26th right now. He's going to need to do some work here if he wants his shot at the championship 4 for a second time in his career. Ryan Durrani also back here, running in 30th. He's going to need some work. And of course, keep in mind, if Ryan Durrani does not win today, but he advances on points, he would be the first winless driver in the history of the Jello Cup Series to reach the Championship 4, and the first one in Tinkle Group Gaming history to advance without a win. So talk about pressure here for those guys. They've settled it out for second and third. But nonetheless, a good day going for Trevor Collins so far in the early stages. See Reggie Fogelman trying to make up some positions. 3-time winner this season. And now he's under pressure for that 12th spot. Of course, he had a lot of issues in yesterday's Lift National race. He hopes to have them solved for today's race. Again, his margin not so safe entering today. Tim Randolph back here, 3 wide, and they touch. And somehow he keeps it going, but he's going to lose a few spots after that contact with Michael Collins. Tell you one thing, he probably won't be too thrilled about it, but he also lost it off the corner. So he might be beating himself up for that one, but you see he's battling right back. And again, still early. We're only 10 laps in. No reason to get discouraged to this point. Mitchell Collins back here, 25th. He could have won at Talladega to advance and lock in. He unfortunately lost the lead on the final lap, which allowed Scott Upton to get the victory for the first time since season number 6. See, he's running 24th. That's not going to do it to put him in the playoffs. Meanwhile, up front, Keith Stevens has opened up about a 2.5 second lead. I do want to go back, though, and take a look at this. Of course, keep in mind, that is Dylan Ibrahimian. He is 33rd in the points entering here today. We documented, oh, he's actually a lap down in 40th. But again, he's 33rd in the points. The caution is out, so we will come back to that thought. In just a moment, Tim Randolph is on the pit lane. An issue for the 21. Not good, as that could put an end to his playoff run here today. We do see some pit stops. We're going to show you those real quick. But finishing up my thought, of course, Dylan Ibrahimian, he's running 40th. He is a lap down, and keep in mind, he's in a battle with Samet Ozkan for that 33rd spot in the points. That could very well go Samet Ozkan's way today and lock him in for the final race of the season. We shall see. Jessica Kinghart, of course, leads the lap by coming down the pit lane. So bonus point for the 7 team. Oh, an issue for the 12. He's going to lose a few spots. The 6 is the only car that stayed out. So let's go see what happened. Tim Randolph just gets involved in somebody else's mess here. Nate Rattray in 42, Parker Newhouse, they get together. And it looks like Nate Rattray just came down and tried to prevent him from making the corner. And up and over goes the 10 and into the 21. See here, Fitzwater only going to get a little bit out of that, thankfully. But Tim Randolph, who entered today 9 points below the cut line, his day is over and his playoff run is over. Heartbreak for the Wood brothers here at Martinsville. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Going back green this time. Again, Tim Randolph, his playoff run over here today. We know he will be going home. Mitchell Collins, he's a lap down. He's going to need some help if he wants to make the championship 4. Keith Stevens, the leader. Jessica Kinghart, 2nd. Roberto Crown Jr., 3rd. Ryan Kinghart, 4th. Trevor Collins rounds out your top 5 as we're back underway at Martinsville. Ryan Kinghart trying something on the high side there. And you see this time Keith Stevens not going to be able to get away again. These guys behind him have fresher tires. And it's going to pay dividends here if they can get around him. It is so difficult to pass on these short tracks. See, he's holding him up. Here comes Trevor Collins now into the mix. He's trying to clear the 31, but again, the 6 is holding everybody up right now. And now here comes Trevor Collins. Issues for the 77, Kyler Anderson. And you see the 7 on the outside. He will she will take the race lead away. And now she's going to hope that the 12 holds these drivers up. Or the 6 holds these drivers up. And you see it's working right now, but you see the difference in fresh versus old tires. And how much of a difference it's making. Oh, the 12 is around. But they keep it going. Is it going to trigger a caution? It did. A quick spin and a little bit of damage for Trevor Collins. But thankfully, that's all it was. Nonetheless, we'll have to see how that damage impacts the 12 team, as they will likely have to pit to fix some of it. Let's go see what happened. If I'm Trevor Collins, I don't think I'm going to be too happy with Ryan Kinghart here. Of course, out of the corner, they're 3 wide. I get it. But there was room all across the front straight. And it looks like just the 78 chose to keep his line, and unfortunately was into the side of the 12. And again, these guys usually told, respect the playoff drivers when you're racing them. And right there, that was no respect given to the 12 of Trevor Collins. More issues for playoff drivers here at Martinsville. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. The 12 did have to fix damage on the pit lane, and a lot of the leaders did pit under that caution. So tough break for Trevor Collins. It'll knock him back and probably out unless he can find something late. Reggie Fogelman, he stays out. He will be the race leader right now over Carter Joey, a Rockingham winner, as we're back underway. So now Keith Stevens and Jessica Kinghart with the fresh tires. We'll see how that benefits them. And of course, keep in mind, Reggie Fogelman, the leader, if he wins, he automatically advances. into the championship 4, even though he is above the cut line. But again, it was a 3-point advantage for Reggie Fogelman on the cut line. And with issues for Trevor Collins and Tim Randolph, the two at the bottom, I mean, keep in mind, he's racing Dylan Young and Allie Rain essentially to advance to the next round. Oh, the 23 is going to merge here. Going to put everybody in an awkward situation. Keep in mind, the 23 has fresher tires, so if I'm the 14, I think I'd let Aubrey Scott go. Wonder if that's what his crew's trying to tell him. Just let the 23 go. She's on fresher tires than you. Again, you're just seeing how difficult it is, even on newer tires, to pass here at Martinsville. Again, this is not a battle for the lead. I do want to stress that right now. This is a battle to get back one lap down, or on the lead lap, rather. And Reggie not ready to give that up. And again, there's quite a gap. Reggie doesn't need to race the 23 right now. The two behind him are battling for second. And you see there now the 23 is going to clear. And I know Reggie doesn't want to give up the clean air. But he's got to think big picture here. And again, that's a chance to race at Ricky Raceway for the championship. That is something he needs to consider here in the late stages. Again, I don't know if he'll have to pit necessarily. But if he does have to pit again, that could bear watching, as well as the guys behind him. Because again, the first car in line that made a pit stop that last caution is the number 7 of Jessica Kinghart. So she's just waiting to see if they will have to pit. And with the tire wear here, it's not out of the possibility, or not out of the question, rather. There's a battle for the lead. That's Daniel Voiles in the number 9. Trying to put the pressure on the 14. Nine had to check up, but he's clearly faster right now. And this is what Reggie needs to do. He just needs to protect. He needs to lead laps right now. Again, only a 3-point advantage going into the round, or into today's race, to make the championship 4. So he needs these laps led right now. Here we go. Side by side. Reggie leads that lap, but he will give up the lead here. And Daniel Voiles to the race lead here at Martinsville. Now we'll see if the 9 can pull away again. Another car that did not pit under the caution. So you wonder, do they have enough fuel to make it to the end? And you see the tire fall off. It's about 3/10 off their fastest lap so far. And that time, 22:66. Dead ahead, that is Scott Upton, the teammate to Daniel Voiles. And they're closing. So you wonder, will he be a nice teammate and let the 9 go? Because if not, he's going to drag all these leaders back. Excuse me, he's going to drag all these leaders back into the battle here. Oh, the 9 had to check up. And he's going to have to go by on the outside. And will do so. So despite the checkup, it looks like Scott Upton lets his teammate go. And now, will he try to make life difficult for Reggie Fogelman back there in the 14? Again, Reggie Fogelman in position to advance right now. We can go back and check on his teammate, Zach Fitzwater, currently running in that 16th spot. But how's about this? This guy seems to always find his way to the front. And that is Ryan Durrani in the number 47, the points leader entering today. He started toward the back. He's now up to 13th. Great day going for the 47 team as they look to secure their championship 4 spot. Dylan Young, you saw there too. Sorry for the freezing. But he runs in 12th right now. His teammate Trevor Collins has had issues since that wreck. You can see how much time he's lost since he hit the wall. This could be the end of Trevor Collins' day. And we already know the 21 done for the day. See, Dylan Young has cracked the top 10. But look at those times. They are falling off big time for the 9. And he is not in any traffic whatsoever like the 14 is. Again, Reggie Fogelman being held up big time by Daniel Voiles' teammate, Scott Upton. He's got to be thinking, you're kidding me, right? Get out of the way. Come on, you just costed me the win, essentially. The lead is now 6 seconds thanks to Scott Upton. If you're Voiles, you love team orders like that. But if you're Reggie Fogelman, you're like, damn, I wish you'd just get out of the way. And again, at least I'll give Fogelman the credit. He's racing him respectably right now. He's not dooring him. He could door him out of the way right now. He could put the bumper to him and get him out of the way. He's not doing that. Again, he's thinking big picture here. And that is why he's racing the 5 respectively. And he will get around now, but the damage is done. Now the 31 is between them. Keep in mind with the tire fall off, you wonder, will these guys have to pit again? And if so, when? Again, lap traffic moment here. That's Ryan Kinghart in the 78. And he's really holding up the 9. And keep in mind, the 78, they get a lot of help from Stewart Haas Racing. So this could be huge right now. $40 to go here at Martinsville. You see the 9 chooses the high side. He's going to pinch the 31 down. And Voiles is going to get around now, no problem. But now, Daniel Voiles has the 12 ahead of him. Did I just see the caution lights on? No. The 14 pitted. This should be the final stop of the day for Reggie Fogelman. That's going to put him a lap down for sure. But again, the rest of these leaders going to have to pit soon. At least the ones that stayed out. And you see there, they're all coming now. Is Daniel Voiles holding out, hoping for a caution? I think he's holding out, hoping for a caution. Again, a caution would trap the 14 multiple laps down. No, here comes the 9. There's the 7. And here they come. Dylan Young will stay out. So now Dylan Young, he's below the cut line entering today, but he's the race leader now. So that would put him above the cut line if the race ended at this moment. But I imagine the 2 will pit. Here he comes. This turned out to be a really good strategy for the 14 team and others. Did the 9 just cycle out to the lead from there? Yeah, it looks like the 9, once again, the race leader. So Daniel Voiles back to the race lead here at Martinsville on lap number 67. Fogelman's lead, or Voiles' lead rather, down to 3 seconds. But The 14's got a tall task at hand, as he's going to have 3 lapped cars between him and the leader. If I'm Fogelman, though, I'm getting giddy because now I was 3 points up. I'm running second. We're now all on the same cycle. You know, this is looking like a potential Championship 4 team now. Again, too soon to declare, but it's looking promising. Where did Dylan Young fall to? He fell to 13th after all that. And he's battling with Ryan Durrani in the number 47. We saw the 4 briefly in the top 10. And talk about one that was hoping for a caution, he didn't get it. It's either Fogelman or Voiles having issues with the lapped cars right now. Now the 9 will get around the 23, but he's got to get by the 77, Kyler Anderson. The lead's down to 2 seconds. Nathan Faden just took the second spot. So now the 3 is going to chase him down. How the lead is shrinking, and now the 78 is back in this battle. Leads down to 2 seconds. Now you can see the 3 in the picture. Voiles trying to hang on for dear life. But Nathan Faden is closing. And closing quick. 9 tenths now. He's closed up 5 tenths the last 2 laps. But now, the 3 has an issue of his own. He's got to get around Ryan Kinghart. At this stage of the race, do you consider the bumper as a possibility? Instead, the 78's going to go by. Voiles is struggling late. And now it's a battle for the lead. Daniel Voiles, Nathan Faden. I keep bringing up Reggie Fogelman for some reason. Here we go. Side by side for the lead. Nathan Faden, he's going to lead this lap, maybe. Yes. And now he clears. So Nathan Faden to the race lead here with 20 to go, but not for long. Now he's struggling with the lap traffic. And that'll allow Voiles to gain the lead once again. How is the 14 not closing? And there's the question of why he isn't. He's marred in his own lap traffic. Tell you, these leaders, they're going to be hoping for a caution. Here we go, still side by side. Now Charles Sanford. He's in the middle of this. Man, this is quite the battle. Meanwhile, Dylan Young is up to 9th and moving. Trying to make a late charge to make the playoffs as Nathan Faden finally clears for the lead. He's just got to get by the 78 and he'll have clean racetrack ahead for a little bit. $14 to go here at Martinsville. And in the round of 8. You see Fitzwater there, as well as the 47. We're keeping tabs on those two, as they're close by battling. Those two are top 2 in the points entering today, but could be in trouble here in the late going. That's Mitchell Collins. He's a lap down. And it looks like for now his playoff hopes could be in danger. He will need a caution in order to get a wave around. Or rather, he'd need a caution that would cause overtime to get back into this battle. And you see the lead for the 3 of Nathan Faden has grown to 2 seconds. Thanks to the 99 of Charles Sanford. Back behind, we got ourselves a battle for 3rd. Dave James has closed in on the 14 of Reggie Fogelman with 10 to go. The lead keeps growing here for the 3. 8 to go. As Voiles clear here, we got ourselves the battle for third. Fogelman hangs on this lap, but will not this time, that we know of. Again, he's just got to race smart. He's above the cut line now. He does not need to push it. And you see there, he lets Dave James have the position. And now he's going to be in a battle for fourth. And again, doesn't have to fight as the 77's in the wall. He got up into the marbles. And that'll move the 77 out of this battle. 4 to go. Fogelman back down to 5th, but again, he's good. He does not need to push it here. All he's got to do is survive in that position. If he wrecks out, he's in trouble. And he falls to 5th. See Dylan Ibrahimian coming off the pit lane. The 3 is in more lap traffic with 2 laps of racing to go here at Martinsville. Everybody's hoping not to see a caution, except maybe, well, you know, obviously the guys up front don't want to see it. White flag, 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. And here we go. It looks like it's in Nathan Faden's hands. Through 3 and 4. 6 career wins entering this season. How's about win number 7? Nathan Faden wins at Martinsville. Congratulations to the 3. He gets the job done. Another non-playoff driver winning for the 8th straight race. Voiles came so close, couldn't finish it off. But all eyes on that 14. Reggie Fogelman, he will for sure be in the championship 4 as the highest finishing playoff driver today and being above the cut line. So we know for a fact Reggie Fogelman is in. Who else is in? We are going to find out in just 15 seconds. Let's show you results, and we'll be back with the final standings in just a moment. Welcome back to the post-race show. Congratulations to Nathan Faden. He spoils once again here at Martinsville with the win. Big news, we have made history. For the first time ever, the Jello Cup Series will feature a winless driver in the battle for the championship. For the regular season champ, Ryan Durrani, is in, and he won the round of 8. Of course, no playoff points awarded for that, but he beat Reggie Fogelman by a point, and Reggie Fogelman, of course, we knew advanced. Ryan Durrani also advanced. Joining them will be Dylan Young and Zach Fitzwater. He will battle once again for a second try at winning his first championship. We'll, of course, get to watch that here. 3 Fords, 1 Chevy will battle for the title. Allie Rain, Mitchell Collins, Trevor Collins, and Tim Randolph. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to those 4 after today. So really quick, before we go, I want to explain, of course, as you know, we are doing qualifying races at Ricky Raceway. Those will be on Thursday night. But one thing to note about those qualifying races is that essentially the field will be split in half. One will determine the inside rows, the other will determine the outside rows for the race, with the top go-or-go-homer advancing. I did not elaborate on details on how those lineups will be set, and they will be set by this column, the average finish position, of course. So the championship 4, they will be the first row in both of those heat races or duels or whatever you want to call them. They will be the front row. Based on their average position, it will determine which ones they are in. So 2 will be in each one, and you can take away from that, for example, of course, Reggie Fogelman has Ryan Durrani has the best average finish position of all the playoff drivers, so he will battle for the pole at Ricky Raceway, whereas the second best was the number 14 of Reggie Fogelman. He will battle for second in dual or heat 2. But again, I will release the full lineup soon. So again, championship 4 is tier 1, and those 4 will be the first row in both heat or dual races, whatever you want to call them. Positions 5 through 33, same thing, based on average start position is where they will be divided. So then the go-or-go homers and the part-timers, that's 34th all the way down the list, they will be determined based on points, and they will make up the final positions in those heat races. Again, I will elaborate more in the Discord so that way there's no confusion, and if there's any questions, of course, feel free to post it in the Discord. But again, we congratulate and wish good luck to Ryan Durrani, Reggie Fogelman, Dylan Young, and Zach Fitzwater. They will be battling it out for the title at Ricky Raceway. We want to thank you for watching. We will see you then. Until then, goodbye, everyone.